Good morning. This is a special broadcast coverage of the coronavirus crisis using the combined forces of TV5 and Signal TV's One News, Radio 5, and 1PH. Also joining us on occasion will be our One News partners from the Philippine Star and Business World. Schools may now choose to forego fourth quarter exams amid the disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Education Department has issued a memorandum setting the formula for computing final grades without final exams. This will apply only to areas affected by class suspensions. While graduation rites and moving up ceremonies are not prohibited, DEPED Secretary Leonor Briones also reminded schools to strictly observe social distancing. Several provinces and key cities outside Metro Manila have put up their own defenses against the coronavirus pandemic. The following areas are now under community quarantine: Davao de Oro, Davao del Norte, Lanao del Sur, Cotabato City, and Cebu City. Pangasinan, Abra, San Jose del Monte in Bulacan, Baguio City, La Union, and Ilocos Sur are also placed under community quarantine. Meanwhile, Negros Oriental and Negros Occidental have closed their borders in a bid to prevent the spread of the coronavirus disease. And now to clarify certain guidelines under the expanded enhanced community quarantine, we have with us on the line Presidential Spokesman Salvador Panelo. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, Ed.
Yes, sir. Sir, just some clarification on the travel restrictions. We understand that the latest order was for our countrymen to have 72 hours to get out if they need to. However, the DOTR earlier said that Filipinos are no longer allowed to fly out beginning today. So just some clarity, sir, on which one stands.
The 72 hours, you were asking with respect to whom, the 72 hours?
Yes, sir.
Filipinos?
Yes, sir, for Filipinos.
Going
Going
where?
abroad. Going abroad.
They're not allowed to go abroad anymore after the 72 hours.
Yes, sir. So the 72 hours is the one that stands. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then, sir, another thing. On last night's message by the President, I'm certain that our fellow Filipinos appreciate the fact that the President is very concerned about whether or not poor Filipinos will have enough to eat during the quarantine period in Luzon. And at the same time, the President put the responsibility of making sure that nobody goes hungry on the shoulders of barangay officials. Just some clarity, sir, exactly how are we going to operationalize this with poor people perhaps not being able to travel because of the lack of PUVs and PUJs?
There should be a system by which they can deliver the food supply to them. First, they should have a listing of those who would be needing them.
Yes, sir.
And then they would have to create a system by which they will be delivered the food to them.
So that will be devolved upon on the barangay officials beginning today.
Yes.
Will the barangays have that capability or the resources to do that, sir?
Well, on their own, some of them may have, and then with others, there will be civic-spirited members of the community who can help them.
So,
like the DSW, for one, we have that.
Yes, sir. And I suppose we are looking at as well civic groups to pitch in.
Yes. Because right now, the spirit of Bainian must prevail among all of us.
Well, sir, moving on to another issue. Beginning at midnight, I think Luzon itself, the mainland, has been locked down. Exactly how are we going to operationalize this lockdown of Luzon? Are we going to close the ports, for example, in Sorsogon and in Batangas City, going to the Visayas?
I'm sure the PNP has already their own system of how to do it. Should you need more clarification on that, I would refer you to the Secretary of the DILG. Because he is the one in charge of that.
Okay, sir. Sir, now in a survey, the quick survey we did this morning as to whether or not people are out in the streets, it seems that there are already some issues with regard to how, well, for example, how people are able to, especially those belong to the essential sectors, health workers, people working in groceries and supermarkets, they're having problems traveling from their places of residence to their places of work. Again, we're talking here about essential workers. Is there any way by which government can make sure or can deploy, for example, army trucks or MMDA to shuttle these people around?
Yes, in fact, during those strikes, you remember the government has provided transportation for them. I'm sure the ILG secretary as well as the Secretary of National Defense would be doing something about that.
Yes, sir. And then, sir, another question here is, paano po may enforce yung one person lang per household ang pwedeng lumabas? Hindi ba mahirapan yung PNP?
Hindi naman. Siguro, kung halimbawa, pupunta ka sa palengke o sa grocery, siguro i-authorize lang ng kung sino doon sa bahay, kung sino ang pwede.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sir, what about the president? How's the president doing? Is he staying in Manila? Is he quarantined in Malacanang?
He is staying in Manila.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lahat naman ng may asawa, na-quarantine na tayo since marriage.
Sir, okay, sir.
Ikaw ba, hindi ka na naka-quarantine?
I will try to relate to that. Sir, have you heard about Mig Zubiri? He has tested positive for the COVID-19, and surprisingly, he was asymptomatic. He does not seem to show any symptoms of the disease, which I think for many people is a bit worrying because, well, here's somebody who's tested positive, a high-ranking official, pero walang outward symptoms.
Yes, and that dramatizes the importance of the social distancing, the protocols on hygiene. Kasi kahit na you're conscious of yourself, hindi mo alam kung saan papasok yung virus sa katawan mo.
Mm-hmm. Actually, sir, Mig Zubiri was saying that he was very, very disciplined when it comes to social distancing. I mean, he thought of himself as a good example of how to do social distancing. Tapos nabigla siya na tinamaan pala siya ng virus ito. Also, sir, si Senator Zubiri was not even in the Senate hearing kung saan merong resource person na positive sa COVID-19. He was not even there.
Ed, ganito yan, ha? Maaring wala ka doon. Wala rin ako doon. Pero alam mo kasi, paano mo makuha yung virus? Yun lang pag bukas mo ng doorknob.
Yes, sir.
Doorknob lang, pag may virus doon, makukuha mo na. Dahil pag yung kamay mo meron, hawakan mo yung mukha mo, sa bahay o kung nasaan ka, makukuha yon. Kung nandun ka naman sa opisina mo, yung pala, yung surface ng mga lamesa mo, meron. Tatamaan ka din. Marami. Kaya ako nga kahapon pagpunta ko sa opisina, hindi ako gumamit ng elevator, tapos yung doorknob, palagi ako may tissue paper. Dapat ganun lahat
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, tatamaan ka. Hindi
Yes,
natin
sir.
alam
Sir, may I ask you kung kayo po ay naka-quarantine sa opisina o naka-quarantine sa inyong asawa?
Sa asawa, siyempre.
Sige, sir. Ipagpatuloy po natin yan. Maraming salamat po. Secretary Sal Panelo, thank you for joining us and we hope you have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
That's the latest on the enhanced and expanded community quarantine in Luzon. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online. I'm Ed Lingao. We are One News.